Good morning, students. Today we see about the 12th zoology 12th lesson lag culture. Okay, zoology economic trends in zoology. In this lesson we have to see the topic of lag culture. In previous class we see about what is meant by sericulture. What is meant by sericulture? Cultivating the silk, isn't it? Yes, the silkworm, that is called as the sericulture. In that sericulture, the three main components are there. What is that? What are the three main components of the sericulture? First one is rearing of. Yes, first one is cultivation of food plants. Cultivation of food plants for the silkworm, then rearing of silkworm, and reeling and spinning of silk. These are the three main components of the sericulture. Here the first two are the agricultural component and the last one is the industrial component, isn't it? Yes, then we see about the different kinds of silkworm that is cultivated in our India. Then we see what are the food leaves needed for that. Yes, today we see about the lag culture. Okay, today we see about the lag culture. What is meant by lag? Lag is one kind of insect. Okay, in Tamil it is lag insect. In Tamil it is called as the arakkupochi. Okay, here this lag, it look like a tiny scaly buds and growth of various shapes on plant stem. Okay, this lag insect, it grows on the plant stems. They secrete a protective wax. Okay, from that stem it secrete one kind of wax. Okay, so that is called as the lag insect. Here the culture of lag insect using the technique for the procurement of lag on large scale is known as the lag culture. Lag is produced by the lag insect Tachardia. Underline that, lag insect Tachardia laca, previously known as the Lassifier laca. Okay, first it is called as the Tachardia laca, afterwards it is named as the Lassifier laca. It is a mini resinous crawling scale insect which insert its proboscis into the plant tissue and suck juices. Already I said this insect is grown in the plant stem. Okay, it acts like a parasite and the host of the plants. Okay, so that it suck juice, grows and secrete the lag from the hind end of the body as a protective covering for its body. Okay, the protective covering is, some cells it will be hard and some cells it will be a fluffy. Okay, fluffy means spongy like substance. Okay, so that here the moreover the insect is a parasite on host of the plant. What is meant by parasite? Ottunnigal. Okay, it will be attached to the plant, strongly attached to the plant. For example, Karanagalli, Acacia cachew, Karvelai and Kumbadiri, Scleria oleosa. Okay, these are the kinds of plant that lag insects are attached in this kind of plants. Okay, so the quality of lag depends upon the quality of host plant. Okay, the lag quality is depending upon the host plant. Okay, that means and the lag insect in which plant they attached, that kind of plants depends upon the quality of the lag. Okay, the next, the quality of lag depends upon the quality of host plant. The female lag insect is responsible for large scale. Only when compared to male, the female lag insect only secrete the large scale production of the lag. Okay, so next we see about the economic importance of lag. This lag is largely used as a sealing wax and adhesive for, what is meant by adhesive? Adhesive means it is used for joining the materials. Okay, so an adhesive for the optical instrument, it is used in electric industry as it is a good insulator. Okay, this lag is used in a sealing wax. ஏதாவது seal வைக்கணும்னா இந்த இதை யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க, wax. Okay, did you see in movies some red color, if you want to seal one institution or if you want to seal one sharp means the seal color is red in color. Okay, that is called as the lac. Okay, that is obtained from this lac insect. Okay, then adhesive for optical instrument. Okay, if you want to join the mirror instrument, that is optical instrument, kannadi பொருட்களை ஒட்ட வைக்கிறதுக்கு this lac will be helpful. Okay, and it is used in electric industry. It is a good insulator. What is meant by insulator? It does not allow the current. Okay, so it is a good insulator. Then next, it is used in the preparation of shoe and leather polishes as a protective coating of wood. Okay, this lac is also used in the shoes and leather leather polishes and as a protective coating of the wood. Okay, then next point, it is used in the laminating paper board, photograph, engraved material and plastic molded article. Okay, in these kind of things we use the lac. Then next, used as a filling material for gold ornaments. This lac is used as a filling material, some substitute material for the gold ornaments. So there are four economic importance of lacs are there. First one is it is used in a sealing wax, and it is used in a adhesive material for the, what is that, optical instrument. Then it is a good insulator, so it is used in the electric industry, isn't it? Yes. Then next, it is used in preparation of shoe and leather polishes. It is used as a protective coat for the wood. Then third one, it is used in the laminating paper board. Then it is some substitute material for the gold. So these are the economic importance of lac. Okay, next we have to see the do you know box. Here the hyperparasitism, a condition in which a secondary parasite develop within a previously existing parasite, or a hyperparasite is the parasite whose host is also a parasite. Okay, that is called as a hyperparasitism. Okay, then next we see about the aquaculture. Take page number 227. Aquaculture. First, what is mean by aqua? Aqua is denoted as water. Okay, aqua is related to water. So here the aquaculture means what are the things that are cultivated in a water. Okay, that is called as the aquaculture. Here the aquaculture has been practiced in varying forms for centuries, dating to the time of the Phoenicians. India offers a huge potential for aquaculture development. Fish culture received the notable attention. There are here the fish culture, prawn fish culture, prawn culture, then pearl culture. These are all come under the heading of this aquaculture. Among this, the most efficiency is the fish culture received the notable attention in Tamil Nadu in the year 1911. Underline that. Aquaculture is a branch of science that deals with the farming of aquatic organisms. Already I said it deals with the aquatic organisms such as fish, molluscs, crustaceans and aquatic plants. These are called as the aquaculture. On the basis of source, the aquaculture can be classified into three categories. How many categories? This aquaculture is categorized into classified into three categories. The first one is freshwater aquaculture, then second one is brackish water aquaculture, then the last one is marine water aquaculture. What is mean by brackish water? We already know the meaning for freshwater. Then what is mean by brackish water? Brackish water means that water contains some little much salt content. That is called as the brackish water. That is in Tamil Uvarnir. Okay. Then marine water means sea water. So the marine water aquaculture. Here the culturing of fishes is called as the fish culture or pisciculture. Underline that word. Culturing of fishes is called as the fish culture or pisciculture. Then inland water bodies include the freshwater bodies like rivers, canals, streams, lakes, floodplain, wetlands, reservoirs, ponds, tanks and other derelict water bodies and ponds constructed for freshwater aquaculture. These are all come under the freshwater aquaculture, that is the inland water bodies. Then next, the pH of the freshwater should be around, the pH value should be neutral and salinity below 5 ppt. What is meant by ppt? Part per 1000. Underline that the pH of the freshwater should be around neutral and salinity value will be below 5 ppt. ppt means part per 1000. Okay, then this is for fresh water. The next one is brackish water fishes. Brackish water fishes spend most of its life in river mouth. River mouth means estuaries. What is mean by estuaries? It is called as the mugatwaram. Mugatwaram means that sea and river are connected at the point. Okay, that is called as the estuaries. Here this estuaries, then backwaters, then mangrove swamp. What is mean by swamp? Sadupanina. Okay, and coastal lagoons. Estuarine fishes are more common in Bengal and Kerala. This kind of fishes are more common in Bengal and Kerala. Culturing of animals in water having salinity range. This salinity range is 0.5 to 30 ppt, part per thousands, are called the brackish water culture. Here the fishes cultured in what kind of fishes are cultured in the brackish water means here milkfish. Milkfish is otherwise known as the chanos. Then the sea bass, that is called kodua. Then grey mullet, that is called madavai. Then pal spots, that is called the karimeen. Okay, these varieties of fishes are cultured in a brackish water. Okay. Then next we see about the marine fishes. Here the marine fishes deals with fishing operations along sea coasts. The Indian subcontinent approximately has 5,600 kilometer long coastline. About 80% of Indian marine fishes are supplied by the west coast and remaining 20% of east coast. Okay, the premier varieties are mackerel. What are the varieties of marine fishes here? Mackerels, sardines, shark and catfish. These are the premier varieties of marine fishes. The marine edible fishes of Tamil Nadu coast include both cartilaginous and bony fishes. Here the culturing of animals in the water salinity. Here the salinity ranges, underline the salinity ranges for the brackish water, fresh water and marine water. This will be asked in one more question. Okay, so here the salinity range for the marine fisheries is 30 to 35 part per thousand, is called as the mariculture. The marine fish culture is otherwise known as the mariculture. Some fishes like chano species, Mugil cephalus are cultured here. Here the culturing of animals in the salinity ranges from 36 to 40 ppt is called as the metaflame culture. Example, brine shrimp, Artemia salnea. Here the Artemia is commonly known as the brine shrimp. It is the crustacean and lives in high saline water. உப்புத்தன்மை அதிகமாக இருக்கக்கூடிய வாட்டரில் தான் this fish will be developed. Okay, because of its high osmoregulatory capacity, so that only it will be cultured in a high saline water. So I already said the aquaculture is classified into three categories. One is freshwater culture, then another one is brackish water culture, and the last one is marine water culture. What is the salinity range for freshwater culture? 5 part per thousand. Then what is the salinity range for brackish water culture? Here 0.5 to 30 part per second. And for marine fisheries, here the range is 30 to 35 part per second. Part per thousand. Okay students, next have you all understand? Next we see about the fish culture. Here what are the characteristics of the cultivable fishes? Here the special characteristic features of the cultivable fishes are the fishes should have high growth rate in short period of culture. நம்ம கடலில் தன்னால் வளர்கிறதுக்கும் நம்ம தனியாக வளர்க்குறதுக்கும் it will be many differences are there. Okay, if we culture the fish in your own way means it will be grow high growth rate in a short period of time. Okay, குறிப்பிட்ட நேரத்திலேயே அதன அதிக வளர்ச்சியை அடைஞ்சிடும். Then next they should accept the supplementary diet. Okay, they should accept the supplementary diet. Then they should be hardy enough to resist some common disease and infections of parasite. Then fishes proposed for polyculture should be able to live together without interfering or attacking other fishes. Okay, then they should be They should have high conversion efficiency so that they can effectively utilize the food. So these are the 5 characters of the cultivable fishes. Okay, then next we see about the types of cultivable fishes. Which kind of fishes are cultivable? Cultivable fishes are of 3 types are there. First one is indigenous or native freshwater fishes. For example, major carps, catla, labio and clarias. Then second one is saltwater fishes acclimatized for fresh water. Here examples are the chanos and mullet. Then third one, exotic fishes are imported from other countries. Exotic fishes are imported from other countries. Here example, the common carps. Okay, so there are 3 varieties of 3 cultivable fishes are there. Indigenous or native freshwater fishes, then saltwater fishes that is acclimatized for freshwater, then exotic fishes are imported from other countries. Other countries landi import பண்றது. Okay, so here among these major carp have proved to be best suited for culture in India because the carps feed on zooplankton and phytoplankton. Okay, these carps are feed on the zooplankton and phytoplankton, decaying weeds, debris and other aquatic plants. Then they can survive in turbid water with slightly high temperature. Then can tolerate oxygen variation in water. Then can be transported from one place to other easily. Can be easily transportable. Okay, then they are highly nutritive and palatable. Okay, this fish is highly nutritive and palatable. Okay, then see the figure 12.8. There are the different kinds of freshwater cultivable fishes are there. What are they? Catla, then mullet, then common carp. Okay, this common carp is widely used in Tamil Nadu. Okay, because it is easily transportable, highly nutritive, then it feeds zooplankton and phytoplankton, decaying weeds and debris. Then it is easily survive. Okay, easily survive in the turbid water with a slightly high temperature also it can be survive. Then it can easily tolerate the oxygen variation in water, so that only it is easily cultivable in India. Okay, not on Tamil Nadu, it is easily cultivable in India. Okay, next we see about the external factors affecting the fish culture. Okay, external, what are the external factors that affect the fish culture? First one is the factors that affect the fish cultures are temperature, light, rain, water, flood, water current, turbidity of water, then pH range, hardness, salinity and dissolved oxygen. Light and temperature also plays an important role in fish breeding. Okay, so these are the external factors that affecting the fish culture. Okay, first we see the management of fish farm. How we want to manage the fish farm. To culture the fish, one should have an idea about the different stages of fish culture, such as topographic situation, quality, source, physical, chemical and biological factors of water. Okay, we have the knowledge. If you have the knowledge of these kinds, trophic situation, quality, source, physical, chemical and biological factor, means we easily manage the fish farming. Breeding, hatching, nursing, rearing and stocking fishes in ponds has to be managed properly. We have to manage these things properly. Keeping in view the various stages of fishes, the following different types of ponds have been recommended to manage them. First one is breeding pond. Okay, breeding pond. Here the first step in fish culture is the breeding of fishes. Okay, first step, the main and first and foremost step is breeding of fishes. Here therefore for proper breeding, special type of ponds are prepared called the breeding ponds. One special type of ponds that is suitable for the breeding. These ponds are prepared near the rivers or other natural water sources. Then different kinds of breedings are there. First, depending on the mode of breeding, they are divided into 2 types. One is natural breeding and another one is induced breeding. Natural breeding and another one is induced breeding. First we see about the natural breeding. These are the special types of ponds where natural riverine conditions or any natural water resources are managed for breeding for the culturable fishes. Here their bunds are constructed in a large low-lying areas that can accommodate the large quantity of rainwater. The shallow area of such bund is used as the spawning ground. So this is called as the natural breeding. Okay. Then next we see about the induced breeding means the fish seed is commonly collected from breeding ground but does not guarantee that all fish seeds belong to the same species. Fish seeds collect பண்ணி breed பண்ணுற வைக்கிறது தான் என்னது induced breeding. ஆனால் எல்லா சீட்ஸுமே சேம் ஸ்பீசிஸை ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுமாங்கிறது it does not give any guarantee for that. Okay, so that hence the advanced technique have been developed to improve the quality of fish seed by artificial method of fertilization and induced breeding. Artificial fertilization involves the removal of ova and sperm from the male and female from the ova and sperm from the male by artificial mechanical process, and the eggs are fertilized. Okay, for artificial fertilization the belly of mature female fish is held upward. Okay, striping is done with the thumb of right hand from the anterior to posterior direction for the ejection of egg due to the force. In this way the eggs are collected separately. Further the male fish is caught with its belly downward. The milt of fish is striped and collected separately, and then the eggs are fertilized. Okay, this is the artificial. This induced breeding is otherwise known as the artificial method. Here the induced breeding is also done by hypophysis, means the removal of pituitary gland, the gonadotropin hormone. What is mean by FSH and what is mean by LH? FSH means follicle stimulating hormone and LH means luteinizing hormone. These are secreted by the pituitary gland and influences the maturation of gonads and spawning in fishes. So that here the pituitary gland is removed means there is no secretion of FSH and LH. So that here the pituitary gland is removed from the healthy mature fish. The pituitary extract is prepared by the homogenizing in 0.3% saline or glycerin and centrifuged for 15 minutes at 8000 rpm. Then next the supernunt is injected intramuscularly at the base of the caudal fin or intraperitoneally at the base of pectoral fin. Then now male and female fishes start to spawn. That means spawn means release of gametes. It releases the gametes and eggs are fertilized. The fertilized eggs are removed from the spawning place and kept into the hatching happas. Okay, so this is the induced breeding. It is otherwise known as the artificial breeding. Okay, next we see about the fish seed. Fish seed is collected from breeding ponds. Okay, these fish seeds are collected from the breeding ponds. The spawn collecting net is commonly called the benjijal. Underline that, benjijal, that is the shooting net, and transferred to the hatching pits. Then next we see about the hatching pit. Now the fertilized eggs are kept in the hatching pits. Okay, the egg that want to fertilize that eggs are collected and kept in a hatching pits. The hatching pit should be nearer to the breeding grounds, should be smaller in size with the good quality water. Okay, there are the two types of hatching pits are there. One is hatcheries, a smaller sized pond in which the unfertilized eggs are transferred and hatching happens. Then hatching happas are rectangular trough. One is smaller in size and another one is rectangular trough shaped tank made of mosquito net cloth supported by bamboo poles and fixed in the river. Okay, so see the figure 12.9. This is the fish pond showing fish breeding happas. Okay, இப்படிதான் என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, they want to breed the fish. Okay, next we see about the nursery pond, the newly hatched. Now the eggs are fertilized. Okay, now the eggs are hatched. Okay, now the newly hatched fries are transported from the hatching happa to nursery ponds. இப்போ அந்த குட்டி குட்டியாக இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த ஃபிஷ்ஷை எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, அந்த ஹேச்சிங் அப்பாலேருந்து நர்சரி பாண்ட்ஸ்க்கு இட் வில் பி transmitted. Okay, while they grow into fingerlings, கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக வளர வரைக்கும் நர்சரி பாண்ட்ஸில் விடுறாங்க. Then next we see about the rearing pond. Here the fingerlines are transferred to rearing ponds. Now the fingerlines, இப்போ கொஞ்சம் வளர்ந்துட்டு, so it is transferred to nursery ponds to rearing pond. Okay, here that is a long and narrow and allow a long distance swimming. Here only they learn the swimming. The rearing pond should be free from toxicants and predator. Here the antibiotics are used for washing the fingerlings and then transferred to the stocking pond. Okay, next stage, now it is in a rearing pond, then after that it is transferred to the stocking pond. Stocking pond should be devoid of weeds and predatory fishes. Here the proper organic manuring should be done to increase the production with cow dung, and chemical fertilizing should also be done in the stocking pond. Okay, now the fish will be mature. Okay, now it is ready to harvest. So that harvesting is done to capture the fishes from the river. Well grown fishes are taken out for marketing. Small sized fishes are again released into the stocking pond. Okay, the well matured fishes are ready to marketing. Okay, the small fishes are again put into the stocking pond for further growth. Then the different methods of fishing are carried out to harvest fishes. These include the stranding, angling, trap, dip net, cast net, gill net, drag net and pursue net. The harvested fishes are preserved by refrigeration. Okay, now the harvested fishes are kept in a refrigerator. Deep freezing will be done. Then freeze, drying, sun drying, salting, smoking and canning also happen in this harvested fishes. Okay, so these are the management of fish farm. Okay, first how we want to manage the fish farm, then breeding pond. Two types of breeding ponds are there. One is the natural breeding and another one is induced breeding. Then next we see about the fish seed. Then next the hatching pit. Okay, fish seed is put in a hatching pit. Then in hatching pit the new fishes are produced. In the new fishes, small fishes are transferred into the nursery pond. Then the finger lines are produced in the nursery pond. Then it is transmitted to the rearing pond. In rearing pond, after that in rearing pond only they learn the swimming. Then after that it is transferred to the stocking pond. Then finally it is taken into the harvesting pond. Okay, after matured, the well matured fish only it go out for marketing. The further not small sized fishes are again put into the stocking pond for further growth. Okay, then next we see about the composite fish farming. Next we see about the composite fish farming. Here the few selected fishes belonging to different species are stocked together in a proper proportion in a pond. This mixed farming, here not a same species are developed in a one pond, different species are produced in the same farm. So this is a mixed farming. Okay, this mixed farming is termed composite fish farming or polyculture. Okay, underline that this mixed farming is otherwise known as the composite fish farming or it is also known as the polyculture. What are the advantages for this composite fish farming? Here all available niches are fully utilized. Compatible species do not harm each other. Okay, so no competition among the different species is found. Catla, Labiorogita and Sirginus miragla are the commonly used fish species for composite fish farming. Okay, then next we see about the exotic species. What is meant by exotic species? The fish that come from the other countries or imported countries. Okay, that is called as the exotic fishes. Here the fishes imported into a country for the fish cultures are called as the fish culture is known as the exotic fish culture. Examples, such exotic fishes introduced in India are Cyprinus carprio and Orichromis mozambicus. Okay, these are the exotic fishes. Next we see about the disease management. Disease can be viral or bacterial organ. Okay, the disease that affected the fish, either it will be a viral or bacterial organ. The rectangular monitoring parameters like water, quality aeration, regular feeding, observation for mortality should be checked. Parasitic infestation and microbial infection should be observed periodically. Okay, then what are the economic importance of fish? So many economic importance are there. In economic importance means is nothing but it is the uses. Okay, so here so many economic importance of fishes are there. Fish is a very much rich source in protein. Okay, so fish from a rich sources of protein food and provide a good stable food to tide over the nutritional needs of man. Then fish species such as sardines, mackerel, tuna, herring have high amino acid. Okay, the fish also have some amino acid concentration, particularly histidine, which is responsible for the meaty flavor of the flesh. It is already we know that the fish contain the fats such as omega-3 fatty acids are rich in fish. So minerals such as calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, iron, manganese, iodine and copper. Some of the fish byproducts are, so when compared to other meats, when compared to other chicken, mutton, fish is very much helpful for the human body. Very much health. It contains very much nutritive and minerals. Okay, so fish oil is the most important fish byproduct. Okay, fish byproduct means, what is mean by fish byproduct? Fishலேருந்து கிடைக்கக்கூடிய ப்ராடக்ட் தான் என்னது? ஃபிஷ் பை ப்ராடக்ட். Okay, first it is called as the fish oil. It is derived from the fish liver. Okay, this fish oil is obtained from the fish liver. Fish liver oil. Fish liver oil is derived from the liver, which is rich in this oil contain vitamin A, vitamin D. Underline that. Whereas the fish body oil has high content of iodine, not suitable for human consumption, but is used in the manufacture of laundry soap, paints and cosmetics. Okay, so this is also used in the cosmetic products also. Then next, fish meal is prepared from the fish waste after extracting oil from the fish. Okay, then the dried wastes are used to prepare the food for pig, poultry and cattle. The wastes obtained during the preparation of fish meals are widely used as the manure. Okay, this fish the fish wastes are used as a manure. It is a very good fertilizer. Then isinglass is a high grade collagen produced from the dried air bladder or swim bladder of certain fishes wise catfish and carps. The processed bladder, which is dissolved in hot water, form a gelatin having adhesive property. What is meant by adhesive? Already சொன்னேன். It will be used for the joining material. Okay, so it is primarily used for the clarification of wine, beer and vinegar. It is also used as the wine, beer and vinegar. Okay, so these are the economic importance of fish. Okay, have you all understand, student? Okay, students, so today we see about the what is meant by lag culture and what is meant by aquaculture. Lag culture is obtained by one kind of insect that is called as the lag insect. Okay, that lag insect is grown in a stem of the plant stem. It acts like a parasite in the host plant. Okay, that it secretes some wax, protective wax. That protective wax is depending upon the nature of the host plant. Okay, so here the responsibilities, that is the amount of lag that secrete is depending is when is compared to male, female only secrete a large quantities of lag. Okay, then next we see about then what is the economic importance of lag. It is used in the adhesive material in optical instrument, then it is used in electric industry, then it is used in shoe polishes, then it is used in sealing bags. Okay, so these are the economic importance of lag culture. Then next we see about the aquaculture. What is meant by aquaculture? The product that is cultivated from the water that are called as the aquaculture. Here the aquaculture is classified into 3 categories. What are they? One is freshwater culture, and another one is brackish water culture, and the last one is marine water culture. Okay, then next we see about the fish culture. The culture of fish is called as the fish culture. It is otherwise known as the pisciculture. Then how we manage the fish farming, then what are the types of how the hatching is produced. Then it is transferred into different kinds of ponds, that nursery pond, rearing pond, stock ponds, then finally harvesting is done. Okay, then composite fish farming. Different kinds of fishes are grown in the same pond, that is called as the composite fish farming. Then exotic fishes means that fish that come from different countries. Okay, then disease management. Then what is the economic importance of fish? Okay, students, have you all understand? Okay students, so today's study work is already I give the second lesson. I hope you all studied. If you are not studied means study the second lesson thoroughly. Okay, so many important questions are there in that lesson. Okay, next you start to study the third unit. Today I give some homework for you. You find the 21 words. You find 20 interior one words from the third lesson. Okay, zoology third lesson. You find the 20 interior one words and write the answers. Okay, and write in a homework note. Zoology homework note. Okay, so this is your homework for you, and I give some study work for you. Study the third lesson small questions. Okay, study the third lesson small question. Okay, don't waste this time students. Thank you.